I truly wish more people understood the tariffs that President Trump is implementing. I wish more people knew what kind of freedom that's going to give the American people. President Trump is trying to use these tariffs to get rid of taxes. And I'm telling you guys, he is very smart. That's how the country was ran before taxes.
Trump's tariffs on Liberation Day is looking pretty good for the stock market. What do you think about that now, Dems? Let's go, boys. President Trump is giving you a gift and you're too blind to see it. The stock market is the only store in the world that when it goes on sale, everyone freaks the F out.
If tariffs don't work, then why are we being tariffed by all these other countries?
Trump is a businessman, not a politician, and he is standing on business with these tariffs. If you missed his liberation speech, Trump nailed it with these tariffs. Trump just proved to everyone that he is the ultimate negotiator because he came in at the perfect level.
We may be doomed. Put it up. We're going to fight the good fight. Okay. And there's still opportunity to overcome this. Okay. So according to Trumpites, and now I realize why Trump did it. He did it because he really knows his following. He knows good and damn well they're not going to know what the hell he's talking about. Okay. This lowers taxes according to them. No, it increases your taxes. Yeah, there was a time when you did not have these interstate or international tariffs. It's because we did not have cars. Yeah, we didn't do a whole lot of back and forth. So now we live or exist in a globalized context, globalized economic context, globalized social context, etc. Tariffs, markups. Consumer has to pay the additional cost. Companies won't eat that. America won't eat that. You will. It's simple. It's not complex. You think this is Freedom Day. And whoever said the stock market is going to do great, you obviously have no skin in the stock market because, yeah, that's no longer part of the equation of how things are economically great anymore for Trump because, well, he tanks it. The US added a stronger than expected 228,000 jobs for the month of March, okay? But the unemployment rate ticked up 1 decimal, 4.2, 4.1. And as a result, Trump took the Truth Social to post, quote, great job numbers, far better than expected. It's already working. Hang tough, we can't lose. Sir, why are you playing with them like this, man? You know they don't understand how stuff works. Why are you doing this? Okay, let's get into it. Want to know about Trump's Liberation Day tariffs? Liberation Day tariffs. They're literally calling a tax a liberation. Trump cool with it. Using national emergency powers. Trump announced 10% tariffs on all imports into the United States and even higher tariffs on goods from about 60 countries or trading blocs that have a high trade deficit with the US. That includes China, European Union, which will be levied new duties of 34%, 20%, respectively. Now, remember, he tried this in his first administration. All it did was hurt farmers. It hurt the agriculture community very badly, all right? Fox News host Janine Perro, who reportedly makes $3 million a year, defended Trump, saying she doesn't care about her 401k. Here it is.
And you know what? I don't really care about my 401k today. You know what? Not that I can afford it, not that it isn't important, not that I'm not at a point in my life when I should be worried about my 401k, because I am. But this is what I believe. I believe in this man.
Ma'am, You make $3 million a year for doing 1/5 of the work I do every week. Yeah, I'm sure you don't give a damn about that 401k. I understand. You can afford it. The people who watch you cannot. You become the calculation for what is acceptable. It's ridiculous. And those factory jobs, coming back to the US, well, likely filled by automation. Here it is.
So either choice, moving production or facing the tariffs, come with added costs, some of which economists say will be passed on to consumers. That will push up already elevated car prices. This could then tamp down demand and slow production.
If there's less production, there'll be less demand for workers in the North American auto industry. Even before you get the cut in profitability, there'll probably be a push for more labor-saving investment in U.S. production to try to compensate for the increased costs elsewhere in the production process.
That labor-saving investment, analysts say, will come in the form of automation.
When you move production to the U.S., you do it, because you need to be close, but it doesn't necessarily bring a lot of jobs with it. It brings a lot of automation.
Number one job killer in America is automation. This will be the replacement of the human being under Trump's America because they did not have a thoughtful remedy for anything. And when a job is lost to automation, that job does not return back to a person. All right, dear brother, thoughts here?
My thoughts are we're doomed. I agree with what you said. We are doomed. We are doomed. These people,
we're not doomed, brother.
They don't understand what's going on. They don't know their history. They don't see their future. The Tariff Act of 1930, the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act, was enacted in the hopes of bringing economic boom, and yet it led us deeper into a deeper recession and depression. We're seeing this again. President Trump, as a businessman, and he's often called a businessman, bankrupted every one of his companies, and now he's about to bankrupt this country. The Dow Jones went down 2,000 points just today. And here's the thing, to the average person, that doesn't mean anything, but to the top and to the businesses, it does. And when business is down, then guess what? They don't need employers. And when we see that the hiring rate or employment rate has it's actually gone up, it's much better now. No, those are people who got fired from the jobs and now they have to drive Uber, and that counts as having a job. And so that's a false statistic. It's a false rate. You don't see economic prosperity all around you. You see less and less people with less and less money, and that is a problem in its own. Do not let this happen, please.
That's right. They use a U3 rating system for employment rather than the U6 system. That is how they fudge the numbers.